margarita is one of the most popular drinks. It's also one of those drinks that the slightest things for me can throw it off. Now, I never was formally trained. I'm pretty much self-taught. But actually, years and years and years ago, I did take a bartending school back in New York. And I remember going through all these, they wouldn't let you work with real alcohols, and you had to go through these cue cards. I remember a standard margarita was really tequila, lime juice, agave, and it was made with triple sec. Triple sec is an orange liqueur. And that pretty much was the standard that I know of for years and years and years. And then, you went to a fancier restaurant, they would substitute it with a premium orange liqueur, one of them being Cointreau. And then a lot of kind of cool kind of craft orange liqueurs came out. But it was really in the 1990s where this bartender from Tommy's restaurant in San Francisco made very famously the Tommy's Margarita. And it was really simple. He stripped away the orange liqueur and the triple sec and the Cointreau, and he really just made it simple. He made it with tequila, lime, and agave. And when he started it, it was 1 ounce of lime and a ½ ounce of agave nectar. But I actually like to take it up to 3/4 ounce of agave nectar. So I want to show you just a really simple recipe for the margarita. And this is going to be an excellent blueprint for you to expand on however you want. Infusing your tequilas, adding, muddling fruits, strawberries and basil if you want, adding blood orange with it. Just things that you want to, once you've kind of mastered the margarita, to kind of deviate from that and just make whatever you want. But to me, this is the perfect margarita. This is so good on its own, and the most primarily reason for that is the use of this tequila, okay? Now, there are so many great tequilas out there, but if you're just gonna make a margarita, this is called 1-2-3 tequila. The 1 is the Blanco, the 2 is the Reposado, and the 3 is the Añejo. And the 2 is the Reposado that I'm going to use. Reposado means resting in Spanish. So typically a Reposado has to rest in a barrel. I think this one, it uses French oak, and it's anywhere between 3 months to 1 year is considered a Reposado. This has been aged for 6 months. It has beautiful grass notes and starting to get some spice and vanilla, all these things that are picking up from the barrel. I'm going to get a better tin here. So listen, this is it. And it's an organic tequila. They sell it in Whole Foods, and you can probably get it at a lot of distributors as well. So we're going to put 2 ounces of that. And then we're going to do 1 ounce of fresh lime juice. And then 3/4 ounce of the agave syrup, which I have on my channel here, which is basically showing you how to make a really simple agave syrup. And that's it. It's real simple. We're going to use an ice called a Nugget ice. So there's all kinds of different ices. There's crushed ice and things like that. Crushed ice really melts pretty quickly, and people use that a lot in tiki cocktails, but a Nugget ice is not really something that you can buy necessarily. Depends, but you either have to have somebody make it for you, but I do want to introduce it to you because it's such a great ice, and I love filling this up almost like this is like a snow cone, right? So we're going to fill that ice up. And I like to just go a little bit over the top, right? And make it come out a little bit. And then let's get some ice in the tin here and give that a good shake. There we go, just good. And it should come just to underneath so that ice still sticks up. And then, for me, I'm never going to just do a simple margarita, even though I'm showing you a simple margarita. I'm going to zest some bergamot on top. Bergamot is a sour orange. It's the key ingredient, that extra flavor that you taste in Earl Grey tea. And I'm just going to zest it. This orange is actually originally from Southeast Asia, but I would say 80% of the bergamots from the world come from Calabria in southern Italy. And I get these from so many incredible farms that we have right here at the Santa Monica Farmers Market. It's super floral. It's just a flavor you don't really see. So I'm going to zest it on top. And listen, if you don't have this, if you don't have access to this, just get an orange, get anything that you could zest, a lemon, anything that's going to create a beautiful aroma on top. And that's what I'm doing. I love also how it looks on the ice, so it's not just the aroma. I love seeing these specks of citrus on top of the ice. And then I'm going to garnish this with something that's called a Firestix. And a Firestix is a cultivated flower from the amaranth plant. Amaranth is an ancient grain. It was a substitute that they used before wheat was really cultivated to make breads or whatever. So I'm going to take like 3 or 4 of these, all different colors. So there's like a red, there's an orange, there's another kind of yellow. And we'll probably have to cut these stems a little bit. So I'll take my scissors here. And there we go. We'll cut it down there. And just the simplest thing like that just elevates your margarita. And there we go. This is a margarita, simple Tommy's margarita. I am so excited because I can smell the bergamot. And again, I am an ice person and a texture person. Oh my God. I could drink that all day long. This is my new favorite drink. I'm going to only make it this way now. I hope you enjoy it. But again, this is a blueprint. So what's important here is you could muddle strawberries and basil before you add the tequila. You could add an ounce of blood orange and now you have a blood orange margarita. I'm not a big fan of salting the rims, but you could salt the rim. I'll have another video on how to salt the rim, but you could use different salts. You can get creative, but this is an amazing blueprint. But I'm telling you, once you make it like this, it's unbelievable. And I never take 2 sips of a cocktail. Cheers.